What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and this one I'm showing you how to make the Hello Neighbor Act 1 basement. Finally! This is part 1, and this one we were doing these first couple of rooms. Oh, look, an open door. I did not mean to keep that open. And yeah, it'll be really up to here, but I will show the entire thing so you guys can get a feel of what we're going for, as just did realize I have never shown this on the channel before. Which I also mentioned in the video, I think. Leave me alone, I record the intros after sometimes. Yes, I am weird. But yeah, here is, I think, most of it I don't really know. This is a fairly old build, so some things may be a little bit questionable design-wise. But that's mainly just because, again, I built this, like, for, I think that's it. Oh, that does actually go somewhere. Or should go somewhere. You know, it is a little bit questionable, but it still looks good. It still is up to date enough with the Hello Neighbor designs and stuff. Obviously, again, some things I would do differently in this year, as this is a couple of years old. But, you know, it still does itself justice, and I don't even know. This thing is amazing. Yeah, I think that's really all. So, yeah, this will be the kind of between of Chapter 2 segments in Poppy Playtime. This shouldn't be too long. They'll probably end up intersecting eventually, because I don't want to hit you guys with just this, and I know a lot of people will be impatiently waiting for Chapter 2 to start back up. But yeah, I just want to have something between them, so, you know. But yeah, anyway, with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Here's the exterior space, by the way. A little bit big. So I do not have a grid space for you because this thing is just abnormally large. However, the space down, we're going to start, oh my god, we're going to start at the lowest point. Nice, that was an incredible voice crack. We're start at the lowest point, and we're going to end up, I'll be giving you the marking up for the staircase, so then if you end up wanting to connect that first, you can in theory. However, yeah, this thing is big, so just kind of find a suitable space. Because we're going to start at the far right. It's almost like the center, but we're closer to the back right corner of the grid. It's about like a 150 by, or like about a 100 by 200 space, something along the lines of that. 200 being left to right, so I guess it'd be 200 by 100 rather. So wherever you start, you will just pick this point, and we're going to start by getting out the following. Is that black? Why is there red nether brick there? Whatever, that's not important. You need polished deep slate. Light gray concrete. Bricks. Spruce stairs. Smooth quartz blocks. Really whatever door type you think fits here, but I'm going to just use a birch door because it makes the most sense to me. And we'll honestly just start with that. I kind of just want to get a layout done before we start anything else. So wherever you have space here, you're just going to start with a polished deep slate. And the staircase will be behind this. So if you place this, you want to go... We're going to start by going up diagonally back by 7 with spruce stairs. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, counting is hard. And you get the point. And I will remove these placeholders because I don't want them. Then going forward from the top, you'll place 2 polished deep slate like so. You'll bring that left an additional 2 rows, I guess, or right. It doesn't really matter, but, you know, it'll get a little bit less, whatever you want to do in a second, I swear. Just like so. From the center polished deep slate, you'll extend it forward another block, and then you'll place a birch door on the back half of it with, if you're looking at it, like let's say you just ran up the stairs, the handle will be on the right. Surround the door with smooth quartz on the top left and right. And then on top of these smooth quartz, you want to place 3 brick wall rows, which you will need to grab those out. Just like so. Also, maybe get out black concrete. Because you'll place a row of black concrete on top of the brick walls. Extend the black concrete towards you by 2 rows. And then you'll go down diagonally back by 6. If I could place them properly. And that'll end you... You'll be a little bit short of the end of the staircase by like 3 blocks or something, but you'll kind of be there. And make sure you do have this as all 3 rows. From the bottom here, you'll also go down diagonally. I guess forward, I guess backward it would be with a brick row. Extend the bricks down a row, and then below that you want to place brick stairs, which you can also grab out really quickly. Sorry, I was looking from the outside before, which is why I didn't want to grab anything too crazy. Behind the brick stairs, you'll place a row of light gray concrete. Below the brick stairs, okay, well, we don't have that material, do we? Get rid of the birch door and get out spruce trap doors. And underneath the brick stairs, you'll place spruce trap doors open up against the kind of back half of the same block. You should be able to run down this in theory. You'll kind of bang your head, but that's fine. It's to be expected. Behind those spruce trap doors, you'll place more spruce trap doors. You can crouch place these off of the bottom half of that. And then you'll place another row behind that you'll open kind of up against almost the light gray concrete, but it creates this kind of weird U shape like so. Extend that back row of trapdoors left and right an additional block to create this row of 5. Of the middle 3, you'll take the left and right here of this kind of row that almost blocks off the bottom, and you'll place just 3 spruce trapdoors open up against these sides, kind of coming down like so. And that is your doorway. Fairly simple. Left and right of these spruce trap doors, you'll place a row of light gray concrete that I will make the same height as the, or I guess we'll make it connect into the light gray concrete we have at the top. From this point, you can actually fill in the sides of the staircase in with brick blocks, just like so. For lighting, you'll need to cover up the brick walls along with these, like, underside of these stairs and stuff. And I guess the door as well, but I don't particularly find that one as important. The main thing is just like obviously you'll bring the brick anyway as far back as the walls, but I do actually have this go out into the block. Generally I place it against it, but because this is to give you depth rather than to give you texture, I did not do that on this one. I ended up just having it out of block, kind of like you would a window, or like if I was to be instructing how to cover up a glass pane window, which you guys should be used to those, hopefully, at this point. And yeah, that's pretty much the staircase done. I mean, we're not really done, but we're close. Get rid of the brick walls and brick stairs, and I'll move my black concrete forward and get out nether brick fence and soul lanterns. If you start from the door and look down, you'll take the center row of black concrete, and of the top here, you'll take the backmost of the 2 rows and place a nether brick fence with a soul lantern below it. Below the 3rd last diagonal black concrete, you'll place a soul lantern. Just for the hell of it, I do have a sign on this last black concrete here that says that it was made by me. Not that you guys would want to add that, but it is there and revived, and I feel like it's funny to point it out, so, you know, there's that. Hold on, I'm going to give myself night vision real quick. So yeah, what you can do now is you can take the light gray concrete that is above the spruce trap doors here, and you'll extend it up by 3 rows. You'll then extend it both left and right with 4 rows of light gray concrete, that being the whole rows. And that'll give you a wall. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night, for the most part. I don't think I said it yet. I don't know, I kind of forgot. No, I'm now realizing I never actually showed this build on the channel. It's kind of funny. Anyway, from either side of light gray concrete, you'll go kind of back diagonally out with another row of light gray concrete, like so. We'll start by just filling in the walls entirely, and then we'll punch in where the washing machine goes. I just find that easier, at least for me. You'll go back anyway with 12 rows of light gray concrete on either side. And then you can go back diagonally in by 1 and connect together. Kind of doing that quickly just so I don't forget how the number is. And yeah, it's almost square, but it's not quite square. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, it is a square. Huh, I'm just dumb. But yeah, I'll bring up all your light gray concrete walls anyway. I didn't realize it was. I will not be doing Act 2 or Act 3 basements because I did not make the ones that are in Revived. They were made by other people, and I don't really have any reason to remake them right now. Maybe eventually, but I do have another basement anyway that's, or a couple, I guess like 3 more technically that I made. that already, or I guess 2. I don't know if I made the other one. I can't remember. I know I helped, but I don't think I made like the bulk of it. So yeah, those will be fun eventually, surely, hopefully, maybe, potentially, probably not. So yeah, you should have this. Fill in the floor with polished deep slate. This will be a nice break from chapter 2, though, for me especially. Because it is definitely a lot different room-wise. Although there's some weird rooms in this one for sure. That I'm not so sure how I feel about. Because chapter 2 is the same, but... musical memory, that's all I have to say. I'm scared for that, not really. Mainly like molding room and reject room, those are going to be the ones that suck. Musical memory itself will be fairly easy. There you go. The ceiling will be a block above the wall since it will be black concrete. I forget if I did this because I couldn't see or if it actually is like a void. It wouldn't be a void, surely. I don't feel like an underground room like this would be a void room. But then again, Poppy Playtime has proven me wrong on that fact, so there's that much, I guess, going for you. Okay. Okay, part 2. Nice. I feel like this might be a good time to get rid of our soul lantern and get out a regular lantern because we can mark out where the light is. And we're going to use the floor for this. It's in line with the center of the front of the doorway. You want to be on the, not the front polished deep, so you'll be on this one behind. It'll be the first, like, full row. And you want to count back from it by 3. And from the, if you look up at the ceiling, you'll go down and you'll place 3 nether brick fence. And then a lantern. You can clear your inventory and get out. Oak planks, which are technically for boxes, so if you want to grab beehives instead, you can. Polished black stone walls. Dark oak fence. Gray concrete. Yellow concrete. White concrete. Oak trapdoor. Oak fence. And we'll go tinted glass, I guess? That's kind of a really weird set, but we'll make it work. So if you head into the room, you'll head to the front left-hand corner, and in this corner, you'll just place 2 oak planks on top of each other. From this, you'll go back diagonally right with 1, and then forward diagonally right with 1. From the backmost one, you'll count back 2 and left 1 and place an oak plank. From that one, you'll count back 2, and then going up on this block, you'll place 4 polished black stone walls. Extend forward 2, up 2, back 1, and then connect up into the ceiling with 2. In the back left-hand corner of the room, you'll count forward by 1, and moving forward, place 4 white concrete. Extend either side up by 4. And then connect together with the top center. Take the back row of white concrete with the exception of the top block and extend it right a row. It should be a row of 4. The top and bottom whites can be brought right by 1 with tinted glass in the middle. And then you'll bring that row with the tinted glass back diagonally right with the same thing. Place a row of white concrete to the right of that. On the front top white concrete of the actual, like, rectangle itself, you'll place an oak plank. And then I would advise breaking the light gray concrete on the inside of this to just start off the next path for later. But that's not really important yet. Speaking of doing things for later, head to the back right-hand corner of the room and count left by 1. And moving up, you want to break 4 light gray concrete. Leave a gap of 3 moving left and do the same thing. That's not a gap of 3. Got. And you'll fill these both with gray concrete. Just like so. I guess I'll grab back out the tinted glass for the funniest. Not that you need it again. In the front right-hand corner, you want to start by counting left by 1 and placing an oak plank. You'll then count left 2 and back 1 and place another. And then if you head back to the front right-hand polished deep, say you'll count back by 3 and place a dark oak fence. Extend it left by 1. and then leave a gap of 1 moving back into the same thing. Place gray concrete on top of each fence and connect it together. And then extend each gray up with a yellow, 2 gray, yellow, gray, and that will give you your like water heater thing. Not the greatest design, but it works, so you know. The bottom center gray concrete here on the left, you'll place an oak trap door open up against. Looking at this if you're looking at this little machine, to the right of it, you'll take this kind of back right gray concrete and place 2 polished black stone walls to the right. Extend that right one all the way up. Off the left side, you'll take the bottom row of gray concrete between the 2 yellow strips, and you'll place left of it against the wall here, 2 oak fence, and then go up with 2. We'll focus on that in a second. I want to do something else, or I want to get the rest of the room done first, but there's something with this that is very interesting for a tutorial. Clear your inventory, and you want to start by getting out black terracotta, smooth quartz slabs, mangrove fence, and a mangrove pressure plate. And so, still on the right side, you'll take the upper row of gray concrete between the 2 yellows, and you want to break the light gray going over as follows. You'll break left by 5, up 2, left 1, up 1, and fill this with black terracotta. I want to say these are wires, but it might be a pipe. I don't remember, because I'm thinking it might be a pipe because I didn't want to go through the oak fence, so I embedded it in the wall. Anyway. Direct your attention to the 2 gray concrete strips in the wall. Off the bottom gray concrete, you'll place an upside down smooth quartz slab. Above it, you'll leave a gap of 1 and then place a smooth quartz slab. And then on the top one, you'll place an upside down slab again. And you can connect these slabs together with their respective slabs, which should leave you gaps of 1 between the shelves, like full gaps of 1. On the left wall, just behind this weird pipe, you'll place a mangrove fence with a mangrove pressure plate on top. Now, for this, I want to show you how the smoke effect is made, which you may or may not have seen in the intro. So I would advise standing on top of this, and you can... I'm going to have to electrify, probably, but just getting this coordinate, and I'm going to copy this with just Control-Alt-C. It doesn't really matter specifically, because I will end up removing the decimals, and I'll make sure that it's right. Is it 9? Okay, yeah, it's... guess it'll be 1 higher than either one, yeah. And I will just head outside of your wall for a sec, because I want to show you specifically how the smoke effect is made. So, you want to start by getting out a repeating command block. So I'm just going to do /give @s command_block. You see repeating will show up. You can just get that if you want. I'm not actually going to do it because I should have one in my inventory, which I do. And I'll just place it on the ground wherever. I'll open it and I'll change it to a repeat if in the block type if you didn't grab one. Keep it as need redstone and unconditional, that's fine. And in the command output you want to type as follows. /particle, well I guess you don't need the slash, but I'll do /particle. Minecraft, that's not how you spell Minecraft. There we go. And then we'll do a colon, campfire, _smoke, _particle, and then you'll copy those coordinates in. And so I'll look, and I will make sure that I change these to be right, and I will remove the 0.5, yeah. And again, you should be 916. And so, yeah. And instead of just keeping it repeating because that creates way too much smoke, we're going to set up a little bit of a redstone clock. So you need redstone dust, redstone repeaters, and I use blocks here as on the corners, but you can just use redstone dust. And so I place 2 redstone dust coming out of it on whatever side, and then going out from that I have 3 redstone repeaters, each on the 3rd tick. Or 2 of them are on the 3rd and 1 is on the 2nd. So this one, I'll click it twice. Middle one, I'll click twice. And the end one, I'll click once. I'll then place a block. And if you're following the redstone, you'll go to the right and do, again, a redstone repeater facing right. And it'll be 3 ticks, 3 ticks, 2 ticks. So again, it's just the number of ticks is 1 less or 1 more time than where you would hit it. So if it's 2 ticks, you hit it once. Plank, turn right, then hit it twice. Hit the next one twice, next one once. Plank, and then right of that you'll do 3 ticks, 3 ticks, 2 ticks. And I will take the redstone dust here, and I'll place a lever, and I'll just quickly turn it off and then back on, and you'll see it'll send the clock around. And because of how long the smoke lasts, it seems like that's not a lot, but if you look at it from the inside, you'll see the smoke does last a good while, and it fires more than once per time that it's triggered. It fires like maybe 3 or 4 times because the tick is longer than I guess the command block needs, so yeah. And it'll kind of create this almost inconsistent feel, but yeah, it seems like it's more on the original. Why is that? Did I screw up the ticks? No, I didn't. It's just the way that it's firing for some reason is different. That's strange. But regardless, yeah, that's what it should be. That's one room done. Nice. Feeling pretty good. Now, heading into the next one, you're not going to like this room. It's not particularly the most fun experience. So you want to start by getting out cyan terracotta, dark oak stairs, dark oak planks, dark oak slabs, podzol, light gray concrete again, I guess, spruce planks, stripped spruce wood, and we'll go polished deep slate, I guess. So, first off, if you head into the washing machine, you'll just replace the light gray concrete kind of on these sides here with cyan terracotta. Only ones you actually need, like so. And then you'll bring that cyan terracotta kind of out another row, but I would place the corners on this one. It will definitely be beneficial to us. If you're looking at this from the outside, you want to place dark oak slabs off the bottom 2 middle cyan terracotta. Right and left of them you want planks. And then moving up on the left, you'll have a dark oak stair facing right. Upside down dark oak stair facing right. 2 planks, and then a slab. Right of the top plank, you'll place 2 planks, stair facing right. I would connect that stair down with planks, and in the top right hand corner, I'll have an upside down stair facing left, like so. On the left, top, and right of the cyan terracotta, I will just bring the light gray concrete kind of around it like so. I'll fill in the floor with podzol, a row below the light gray concrete that'll just kind of go under the dark oak, just kind of as a marking more so. And then I will bring the podzol towards me by 3 rows. If you're familiar with Act 1, you kind of will just keep going this way for a bit. I'll place a row of spruce planks next as a placeholder, and then I'll have 2, I'll call it 3 rows of polished deep slate going out. It might be advised to extend these floors left and right an additional block, just so we have something to build off of for this next step. Both the left and the right should be the same according to my calculations, which are, for once, correct. So starting from these sides here on the, out podzol closest to the room we just made, the outer podzol, I should say, you'll place 6 spruce planks moving up. The next row out, we will place 7 strip spruce wood. I don't know why I left a gap of 1. You weren't supposed to do that. And then you'll connect the top one together anyway. I got distracted. Then it'll be a row of 6 spruce planks. Then a row of 7 strip spruce. These ones don't connect. Then a row of 7 spruce planks. 7 strip spruce. And then 7 spruce planks. Like so. I am seeing this little corner of light gray or cyan terracotta that's visible. I'd replace this with a light gray concrete just because. It's really all we can do with these materials. Although the actually end spruce planks, you can bring up an additional one here, kind of closer to the outside, and connect them together there. Not so sure about this hallway, but you know, it's kind of what we're living with. So, this is where it gets fun. Clear your inventory and get out spruce trapdoors. Light blue concrete. Cyan concrete. White terracotta. Light gray terracotta. Brown terracotta. stripped dark oak wood, smooth quartz blocks, and a birch door. So we'll start with this row of spruce planks on the floor here. You'll just place a row of spruce trapdoors on top of it like so. Taking the outermost row of polished deeps, or the, I guess, leftmost row, you're going to take, out of the middle 2 blocks, you will take the back more of the 2, and you'll place a birch door on the outside of it with the handle facing towards kind of the almost staircase like so. Again, you'll surround this in smooth quartz blocks. And then place stripped dark oak wood kind of heading out from it. I'll go all the way until the edge of the spruce for now. So it'll be 3 on one side and 2 on the other. And then I'll also place 2 additional rows of stripped dark oak moving up on top. And I will want to make sure all of them are left to right facing like so. Above that, if you had kind of the inside of this room, you'll go left to right or right to left on the visible stripped dark oak. Doesn't matter. And you'll place a white terracotta, light gray, 2 white, light gray, white. On top of either light gray, you're placing a brown, and on top of each white, you're placing a light gray. This part is kind of symmetrical. It's not quite, but we're going to start by making it as so. From the outermost spruce plank on either side, you're going to go kind of pretending like the doorway there is the back wall. You're going to go kind of out diagonally forward with a cyan concrete. Then go up diagonally in with 1. In with a light gray. In with a brown, and then you'll connect together with 2 light gray. The next row is already where the symmetry stops. Although off the front of each cyan, you'll place a light blue. You'll then go in from there on both sides with a white. And from there, it is on the left side. You're going down diagonally in with a light gray terracotta, which will be wrought right with 2 white terracotta, and then up diagonally right with a light gray. Directly on top of the strip spruce on either side from here on this next row, you're placing a white terracotta. You're extending it in by 1. And then so from this point on the right, you are placing a light gray terracotta moving in. And then a white. Then you're going down diagonally left with a white and then left with a light gray. The next row, just kind of up diagonally out from the spruce plank, you're placing a cyan concrete. And then you're going up diagonally in with a light gray, and this row is symmetrical. In with a light gray, in with a brown, and then you'll go down diagonally in with a light gray. I almost dropped myself out. There we go. From the strip spruce, just in front of it, you're placing on either side, moving forward a white. And then you'll have a light gray inside of that with just 2 white in the middle. And that's kind of the cloth that covers the top here. We may have to touch it up on the outside once we get there, but we're not quite there yet, so I'm not particularly concerned. Although, let me just, look at it real quick and see. We might, yeah, we will need to add some, we'll need to touch up with the cyan and light blue, really. Although that is particularly all we're worried about. So heading to the doorway from here, we can actually do a little bit of this room. So if you look at the smooth quartz door, you want to just kind of above it place, from this smooth quartz directly above it, 3 cyan concrete moving up. We'll take specifically this row of 3 and extend it both left and right with 5 alternating rows of cyan and light blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and yeah. That'll give you kind of that. Extend each cyan and light blue that isn't going to block off the doorway down by 2. And then I feel like we should probably clear our inventory, even though we do still need these 2 materials. Yeah, clear your inventory and get out. Again, you're going to need cyan and light blue concrete still. Dark oak planks. Brown terracotta again. Was that spruce wood? Yes, spruce wood. Stripped dark oak wood. Glass panes. Polished deep slate. And I really don't think there's anything else that's really important for that last slot, so we're just going to go with that for now. So, from the outside of these walls, you'll place a row of dark oak planks moving out on either side. You'll then go kind of, if you're looking at this wall studio, go out diagonally toward you with another row of dark oak. And we'll fill in the walls fully and then break in the windows, just because I find that a little bit easier. But on the left and right, you'll end up starting with a light blue and having a total of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have a total of 11 of these alternating light blue and cyans. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Which will make it a perfect square once you're done. But not yet. I'll build up the walls in a sec. I'll go forward with a dark oak. Forward diagonally, in with a dark oak. In with a light blue, and then just keep going in with alternating cyans and light blues from either side until you reach a center cyan concrete. And yeah, you'll make all these walls 5 tall. And we'll probably end up doing like the outside of this room, and then that'll be a good point to stop part 1. Not horrible progress overall. This is nice because these rooms are smaller than your like Poppy Playtime rooms. So it should be less parts for a similar amount of rooms. They're also less detailed because I made this thing 3 years ago. It was like the first kind of, one of the first things I tackled in Revived that wasn't like anything, I guess, entirely of a, or anything that wasn't entirely a remake. It's one of the early things for sure. But yeah, you should have this. We can fill in our floor and ceiling. The floor is just polished deep slate block below the bottom row of the walls. I'm only doing it that way in this just because I do think it's better, or easier rather, to just kind of have to not have to worry about all that. Also, I will say the hallway probably won't be block for block at the very end, the one the neighbor chases you through. I'll talk about how I did it and give you the block palette and obviously the, like, I guess, layout of it, but I don't think I want to do the entire thing block for block. But I'll see once I get there as well. That'll be the last thing anyway. I just feel like I will point that out now. I'd say if anybody has any objections, but I'll probably have this fully done before members even see it. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, members, but I don't want people seeing that it's, or seeing that it's members only before it's announced. Anyway, a block above the height of the walls as well, you can fill in the ceiling with brown terracotta. Try not to trap yourself outside when you do this. That would be unfortunate. But I guess you never know. Maybe it happens to me right now. I've done it a lot, so I don't see why I wouldn't have it again. Hey, look, I can see the original Act 1 from here. It's all the way over there. It's like between... What even is that? Oh, it's... Never mind, it's the pathway copied on the ground next to it. I was like, what is it? Because I forget why. It might have been for Act 3 basement. Anyway, you should have this. Head back to the doorway, and we're going to look at the left wall first. You'll leave the first 3 blocks open, and if you're at eye level, you will break this cyan concrete on the 4th row. And then also 2 blocks up. On the right side, you'll do the same thing, but you'll actually leave 3 off both the front and back and break 2 windows instead of 1. With the exception of the front right one, you're filling the, I guess, back right window and the front left window with glass panes. We will add the decorations to this room in a sec. I want to get the other part done first because it's going to be a little bit easier to work with if we do. So off of each wall on the outside, I'll just jump through this window. You want to end up kind of encasing this in sideways stripped dark oak wood. The only exception being obviously the windows. You are leaving that space open. Along with the corners are going to be spruce wood that are upward facing. And you just want to go up to the height of the brown terracotta for now, which will be... Actually, go up to the height... Go up to the height of this here at the front where the stripped dark oak is, which is 5 rows in total. It will be more than that, but I'll just do that for now. And I'll actually just fill over the windows for a sec here. And once I have this, I'll break the bottom too, so I don't lose them. Although I shouldn't, in theory. Guess you never know. So yeah, I'll stop there. And then I'll do the other sides as well. There's a certain number up we need to go from here. And I just want to make sure we have it right. Worst case, I guess it's not the end of the world if the ceiling is a block too tall, but that will annoy me forever if I know that. There's a tutorial I've done something like that in where I like had I think the fence was off by a block. It's a Hello Neighbor tutorial, and I noticed it based on the way something lined up, and I was like, fantastic, and just kind of ignored it. But I still think about it sometimes. Anyway, you should have this. You should have one row of stripped arc oak above the windows as well, and I mentioned that so you can get this next number right. Because you want to actually extend this up an additional 5 rows. And this will go really on all 4 sides, including the one side that kind of is already there. And yeah, after this, again, I'll do a little bit of interior decorating there is, and then we'll be on our way. I guess do let me know if you have any other funny tutorial suggestions. I'm kind of in a weird spot into suggestions, but if you have any like Hello Neighbor builds you know I've made specifically, don't be afraid to ask about them. Although I would check Revived first if you have access to it. That'd be cool just to see if like, I wonder if he built that. But you can always ask. I'm not really though like building city things actively. Nor suggestions at all. I'm still adding them to my list, so you can always throw some out, but I'm just kind of at that point to where I'm only really working on these major maps. Anyway, you should end up with this, which looks, I'd say, nice. Head back inside through the broken window, and you can clear your inventory, and we can add the stuff here. You want to get out. Dark prismarine slabs. Smooth sandstone slabs. Blue wool, white candles, and something or other to light them with, which generally flint and steel is the answer, but I guess you could use fire charges. I don't know where fire charges are, though. I was going to use them for the funnies, but yeah. Head back to the door, which is the entrance to this room, and you want to kind of head in and left a block from it to this polished deep slate. You want to count back by 4, and going back, you'll place 3 dark prismarine slabs, a smooth sandstone slab, and then a blue wool. You're going to copy that row left one more time, except the back dark prismarine slab will be replaced with a smooth sandstone to give you this. To the left of this back smooth sandstone slab, you'll place a white candle, which will be lit on fire. All of them are lit on fire, by the way. From that one, you'll count forward diagonally left by 2 and place 2 on this block. And from the blue wool here at the top, you're going to count all the way right until you're 1 away from the right wall, where you'll place a white candle there with, again, lit on fire. And, yeah, once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Hello Neighbor Act 1 basement, part 1 complete. I guess I'll go outside. Touching grass, unheard of. Thank you guys, so if you guys did enjoy this video. This will be fairly similar, I think, to Chapter 2 in the parts and amount of parts. And probably it'll end up getting interchanged with it, depending on how many parts it ends up being. I'm guessing this will be like 10 to 15, but I'm really not sure as of right now. But yeah, that being said, again, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.